The combination of monetary expansion, industrial demand, and supply tightness is forming the most powerful setup we've seen in years. Don't let the quiet on CNBC, Bloomberg, and Forbes lull you into complacency. This is how the next hard asset bull market begins, and silver is primed for the spotlight. Just like Andy Schectman always says on our weekly podcast, price is the greatest tool of misdirection. And only a fool knows that $38 silver is extremely undervalued. This M2 money supply shows silver at $670, but how did we get to that price? Well, stay tuned to find out. Alright folks, I put together a very good video for you all today. You're going to enjoy this one. I can promise you that, especially if you stick through till the end, because it just gets better. This article is very well written. It was actually written today, fresh off the press, and they're talking about the M2 money supply, what this means, how important it is, especially when we're talking about this M2 exploding to 22 trillion and what that would also mean for silver. You're going to really enjoy this article, I promise you that. And also some other stuff we'll be discussing later on as well. But first, I want to mention, if you want an opportunity to win silver on a monthly basis, all you have to do is go over and join the Secret Silver Society. This is the live chat room. It's like a Facebook for silver stackers. Everyone in here has been introducing themselves, mentioning how long they've been stacking. I've been posting like pictures from my book and little insights. People are very talkative in here. It's like a Facebook for silver stackers, right? People post their stacks, coins, ask questions. You could directly DM me as well. And on the 31st of every month, we have a giveaway. So you pay $5 a month and you have a chance to win a $50, $60 coin. So you always have something to look forwards to. And it's just a lot of fun, along with like pre-released videos and all that. Look what this guy said 4 hours ago, and this is why I like talking to everyone. You know, I'm talking to every single person I'm engaging with, responding to. You guys can ask me questions. This guy says, what do you guys think about tokenizing your own stash as digital NFT clones, then claiming the right to be your own central bank, issuing the silver or gold milligram tokens as credit for the much deserved long-awaited yield? The creativity that some of you guys come up with, like, I've never heard of that idea. That was a very interesting thought. But you know, it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun over there. Patreon.com/silverslayer. Go join, especially since you always have something fun to look forward to at the end of the month, which is winning some silver. Now, this article is very well written and breaks down the M2 money supply to a very thorough and understandable degree as well. I think that's always very important when we're talking about some of the more complex, in-depth stuff, to be able to read and understand it, to comprehend it, and tie it all together with precious metals, or what this has to do with silver, is very important. And the Silver Academy is always very good at that. So let's check out this M2 chart. So it's from 1985 to 2025. You can see the rise right here. Now, they mention it's not just another number buried in a Fed spreadsheet. The US M2 money supply has thundered past $22 trillion, an all-time high that eclipses the COVID stimulus flood, roaring well beyond pandemic levels and shattering previous records. The financial press is sleepwalking through this story. No alarm bells, no flashing headlines. But for everyone interested in hard assets, this is the signal to sit up, pay close attention, and get ready for the kind of market action that turns silver bugs into silver lions. So what is M2 and why should you care? See, I love that they do this. A lot of articles don't talk about this. They just expect or assume that everyone knows this. A lot of us are new stackers or aren't as well versed into this side of things. We just buy silver from our coin shop and hold it, right? We're not all versed into the M2 money supply and the Federal Reserve and all that. So I'm glad that they do this. I really am. So M2 is more than a financial acronym. It's cash, checking deposits, saving accounts, money market funds, and short-term deposits all mashed together. It's the broadest measure of liquidity sloshing through the veins of the U.S. economy. When M2 surges, it multiplies the dollars chasing everything from groceries to gold to stocks. And when it surges this hard, history tells us to brace for inflation and asset rallies. More money chasing fewer goods and real assets. Then you have the debt double whammy, currency debasement in plain sight. Here's what makes this moment explosive. The government is adding $1.87 trillion in new debt over the past year. That's roughly $1 trillion every 196 days, and projections continue to show increases at breakneck speed. Not only are rates projected to fall, Feds say cuts could come as soon as September of 2024, but both debt and money supply are accelerating hand in hand. Simply put, the more dollars in circulation and the more debt created, the less each dollar is worth. Currency debasement is happening in slow motion. Why most investors miss the real risk. You may have heard that M2 dipped in 2022 to 23, the first decline in decades. So what changed? The dip is over. The liquidity wave is building and the tightening phase is officially yesterday's news. Now we're facing the opposite. More liquidity, more inflation risk, and the kind of economic environment where hard assets like silver shine brightest. Now we go into the historical pattern, and by the way, we're still going to go into that $670 price as well, so stick through this. So the historical pattern, gold loves this setup. But here's the twist that CNBC forgot. When inflation hits, silver repeatedly outperforms gold. During the 1970s stagflation crisis, silver rocketed upwards by 1,446%, outdoing even gold's legendary run. More recently, from the COVID lows of March of 2020, that was when silver was $11, by the way, silver surged nearly 70% in just 14 months, blowing gold's comparatively modest gains out of the water. Does anyone else remember in March of 2020 when silver was $11? I was screaming at you guys to buy silver. That's crazy. That was 5 years ago. What in the world? It seems like it was just yesterday. Still making daily videos back then too. And long before March of 2020. Actually, 5 years before that, I still was. But that was when the gold to silver ratio was 125 to 1. Like, silver was $11. And actually, silver shot up to almost $30 by the end of the year. Silver was the number one performing asset in 2020. Like they're mentioning right here. March of 2020, silver surged nearly 70% in 14 months, blowing gold's comparatively modest gains out of the water. But honestly, if you weren't subscribed to my channel or watch my videos, I bet you didn't know that silver was the number one performing asset in 2020, because only I talked about it. It beat Tesla stocks, it beat Amazon, it beat gold, it beat everything. Beat Bitcoin. Silver was number one, but no news covered it. If it would have been gold number one, you would have seen it everywhere. But it was silver, so it got overlooked. So why does silver slingshot past gold during these surges? Smaller, more volatile market, it takes less liquidity to move silver's price, hence why they manipulate silver's price as well. Dual demand, silver's coveted not just as money, but as an industrial metal used in solar panels, EVs, electronics, and medical tech, and tight supplies. Above ground inventories are thin, and mining output creeps up at a glacial 1 to 2% annually. Much industrial silver is non-recyclable, so mined ounces disappear into products forever, thrown away in landfills forever. The setup right now is electric. Big liquidity inflows plus relentless industrial demand equals serious supply squeeze risk. The latest COT commitment of traders data shows heavy shorting in the silver market, holding back prices, but when liquidity floods in, that lid can crack fast, sending silver's price screaming higher, often doubling percentage gains of gold. Timing, we've entered the seasonally strong periods for metals, August to September, with the M2 at record levels, geopolitical instability in the headlines, and central banks hoarding gold like never before. All the classic signals for an explosive silver rally are flashing red hot. Then, conclusion, silver is more than a commodity, it's an escape hatch. Here's the bottom line. When M2 money supply hits record highs, it's not just a statistic, it's a siren. It means more dollars competing for fewer real assets. In a world drowning in debt and hyperliquidity, silver isn't just a speculative play, it's insurance, a potential escape hatch from the side effects of unchecked money printing. Silver stackers take note, the combination of monetary expansion, industrial demand, and Supply tightness is forming the most powerful setup we've seen in years. Don't let the quiet on CNBC, Bloomberg, and Forbes lull you into complacency. This is how the next hard asset bull market begins, and silver is primed for the spotlight. So here we have this chart. So the M2, or the silver to M2 ratio on that chart is about 50. It was 1,000 in 1980. So 20 times 3350 is 670. It's a bit outdated now that silver's 38. Need to update it, meaning it would be even higher. Now, I don't know about this formula. I'm not going to sit here and say that's accurate, or it probably is accurate, but not saying this would happen due to all of the other variables that affects silver's price, especially manipulation. But just looking at this, and like he said, the ball will drop eventually. And if you saw my video about Ted Butler I posted yesterday, any type of price suppression will not be able to exist forever, especially with what silver is used for, how valuable it is, how needed it is. So anyways, folks, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Hope you enjoyed this video tonight. It's very late for me posting, but I had some other stuff to do today. So hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go check out patreon.com/silverslayer. Go join the Secret Silver Society. I will link it in the description of the pinned comment. Remember, $5 a month gives you access. You'll get a ticket, your raffle ticket to win giveaways every month, and go introduce yourself in the chat room. I'll be waiting for you. Let's see if anyone else new commented. Not yet. But I check this multiple times a day. I respond to everybody. I answer everyone's questions. A lot of people post their stacks on here, ask questions. This is actually the logo to my book. And I've been kind of sharing some stuff with that in here as well. So yeah, folks, go introduce yourself. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. And yeah, also if you want to purchase precious metals, send an email to info@mousefranklin.com. Let them know Slayer sent you. That helps me out. I'll be doing another show with Andy on Wednesday. Actually, no, we're doing Thursday this week, so stay tuned for that as well. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. From now on, every single month on the 31st, you have a chance to win silver, a continuous silver giveaway. Well, if you become a member of the Secret Silver Society on my Patreon, you have that opportunity. So every single month, you have something exciting to look forward to, which would be winning silver. On top of that, you'll have access to a live chat room with other silver stackers where you can post pictures and chat, just hang out with everyone, and have early access to my videos along with supporting me. If this is something you'd like to do, then come join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/silverslayer. Upon joining, you'll be given a monthly raffle ticket and instant access to that chat room. Go introduce yourself. Everyone is super nice, and it's more personal and intimate than a YouTube comment section. Folks, I'm so excited to announce that I've partnered with American medical experts whose purpose is helping veterans get the medical benefits that they truly deserve. Over 17 million veterans aren't receiving their full benefits, and if this is you or someone you know, then act now. American medical experts are offering free consultations through our med team to see how we can help. The med team offers board-certified doctors who have experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical evidence for services like mental health as well. Some of these include your Nexus letter, your DBQs, your TDIUs, your AAs, and more. I want to personally thank American medical experts for helping veterans, but also giving me an opportunity to help veterans as well. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get a free consultation through our med team. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless.